Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Edgar's from Soul Marketer here. In this video, I want to quickly show you how to do A/B testing or split testing of your email broadcasts that you send. And as of recording this video, this is a relatively new feature. I think it's been only like a couple days at most since System.io implemented this. So yeah, in case you want to learn all things, keep up with all new things System.io, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I usually try to release these update videos within a day or two as quickly as possible, just so you get to know as well what the new features are, how to use them, and all that good stuff. But yeah, let's just dive in. Let's just create our email, and then I'm gonna kind of go through each step and what the purpose is of split testing, why you do it, how you do it, what you can split test, and all that stuff. So yeah, let's just go create a first one. Let's go to emails, newsletters. Let's click on create, and here, as per the usual, let's just do test one for subject line. Obviously your sender name, your sender email address, that doesn't change. And here the editor, so you can do visual editor, which is more like a drag and drop. And it's more like you can add more image elements, more color to it. And yeah, totally nothing wrong with this. You can just pick one of these templates. I usually do the classic editor, and you'll see in a second that you can actually do both as well to see which one works better. But yeah, I'm just going to pick the simple version. Let's click on save and let's go create the email. So you can see it's over here. Let's click on an email, the newly created one, and let's minimize my face. Let's drag it away. So now you can see nothing has changed. You can send out your email, right? You can kind of include, exclude tags. That's all the usual. But over here, you can see create A/B test. So if you click on it, it asks you, are you sure? You click on confirm. And now we're going to be creating two versions of the same email and see which one performs better. That's basically the whole premise of a split test or an A/B test, is that you can do all the guesswork you want. Even if you have like 10 years of experience, you can make, kind of like calculated guesses on which one might perform better if you have like a couple different subject lines or like different types of emails you want to send. But there's only one way to find out, which is actually sending them out to people at the same time and seeing which one performs better, whether it's a subject line or it's an email itself, the length of it, the contents, the way it looks, all that stuff. And that's the only sure way to see which one will perform better. Otherwise, you can just do a bunch of guesswork, but it doesn't mean anything. So yeah, let's just go quickly through the whole setup, like what each step means, and just so there's more clarity, because there might be some confusion with the initial steps. It was to me at first, and I anticipate there might be some other people that have similar issues. But yeah, A/B test settings. So here you set the A/B test duration. So here, as it recommends, it should be at least a day, because you need to give people time to open your emails. Not everyone, I'm guessing majority of people, will not open your emails within the, first 10 minutes, right? At least that's not my case. People open them throughout the day, throughout the next 3 days, whatever, right? Some people open them right away, but that's only a small portion. So what you want to do here, as it says, it needs to be at least a day to have a decent enough sample size to see which one of your A or B sides of your emails, which variant performs better. So we're going to say just 1 day. Me personally, I would just set it to 1 or 2 days, and then we have the result. It should be a decent enough sample size. And here you select email ratio. If we click here, you specify how many people out of your whole list, let's say you have 1,000 people, what percentage of those 1,000 people you want to send this to. My rule of thumb will be, here it obviously says minimum, it's 3 people. So, if it's like 3% out of 100 people, that would be 3 people, right? But it's not a good sample size, just realistically. You want to make it, if you have a small list, it is what it is. But if you have a list of like 1,000 people, 2,000, 10,000, you want to make it so that it's, at least 100, 200 people. That would be my guess. Because if it's only like 10 people, it can go either direction. It's not trustworthy information. So let's say we have 1,000 leads on our mailing list. So what we can do, we can run the test to, like, let's say the initial, I'm just going to say 20%, right? We're going to send out the first email. So in this case, it's 200 people. So it's going to be 100 people to receive variant A, 100 people to receive variant B, right? So that's 20% combined. And that test will run for 1 day. And winner, this auto populates. If you put in 30, it will be 70 here, right? So it just means basically you send it out to 20, it sees which version performed better, and then after that 1 day, it's going to send it out to the rest of the 80%. It's only going to send the winning variant. So let's say if variant A performed better than B, then it will send to the rest of the people. After 1 day, it will send that variant A, right? And here you have 2 criteria. There's no right or wrong which one, but you need to base it on a specific number. So in this case, these are the two most common email metrics. Click rate, it just means how many people clicked within your email. Let's say you have a call to action, go check out my, free guide or article or sales page or whatever. So both emails, they will be measured based on, basically that will be the winning factor. If 100 emails of variant A got sent out and 100 emails of variant B, and let's say variant A got, 10 clicks and variant B got 5 clicks, so that first variant that had more clicks, it will be sent out to the rest, to the 80%, right? Because it was the better email. And same goes for subject lines, or AKA the open rate. The subject line is kind of like the main factor. Obviously, you have a popular name, people know you, they will open based on just the subject line could be basically empty, they'll still open it. Still, it's a good test to run, even if you're well known. It's good to keep testing subject lines to see which ones perform better, just so you can make even better decisions in the future. You see what kind of subject lines work better than what kind don't. So in this case, we're just going to do based on open rate. And we're just going to do 2 emails that have different subject lines, A and B, but the email itself will be the same. So in this case, we're going to scroll down. This is all the basic stuff. If you send a single email, it's on this side over here. Just basically, you can pick like if they have been registered over, 10 days ago, whatever. Maybe you take them through the initial email sequence. And obviously you want to include specific tags, exclude specific tags. Let's say you're selling something. You want to exclude people who have bought it already, right? There's no point of selling it to them anymore. So that's what the exclusion tag is. And now if we scroll down, you can see variant A and we click on variant B, the subject line is the same. So let's say the subject line A is going to be test A, right? Subject line B is going to be test B, right? So you can see here, test A, test B. Obviously, put in actual subject lines that make sense, but just to see there's that differentiating factor, right? You can obviously put in the preview and the email body. I would just do, I would just write the email body and I would copy it and put it in the other one as well. I would make them identical just so it's equal. When you test things, you want to test one factor. You don't want to test completely different emails. Or same goes for like landing page split tests, right? Most of the time you want to test specific things like button color, headlines, maybe, just all kinds of things, basically these single factors, just so it's like an apples to apples comparison. But an exception, that could be if you're starting out, you can do, let's say variant A, you can do this basic type of, because there's the usual question is which type of email should you do, right? At the beginning we did like the drag and drop version and the simple version like this, right? So there's only one way to find out which performs better. You can do variant A. Let's say if you're testing click rates, right, instead of subject lines, you can do variant A, the simple one, and variant B, you can switch to the visual editor, right? You can create a visually like more stunning, appealing, but maybe, just test it out versus the simple one, which one performs better. So that in that case, you can measure the click rate within an email to see which one entices people to click more, right? Or how many people actually read the email. So that's a worthwhile test. But in this case, we're going to do simple email and we're going to do A and B, subject line split tests. That is pretty simple. If you want to cancel it, you can obviously click on cancel A/B test and you you select which one do you want to delete, because you have 2 variants now, right? So you want to delete whichever one you don't want. So just, select which one and that's all good. And obviously, before you're actually scheduling or sending out an email, save and test. Send it to yourself. Always send it to yourself first. I can't stress this enough how important this is. I see this from experienced marketers as well with broken links, and then an hour later they send out another email. It's like, oh, sorry, here's the fixed email with the right link. Don't make that mistake, because there's a lot of people that will not read that second email, or they will not care, or whatever. It's good to send it, make it right the first time. Test it, send it to yourself, especially if it's the visual editor. Check it out on mobile, what it looks like, because there's like visual elements. It might look weird on mobile. Test it out, see everything, click on all the links, check grammar, always do the test email. So in this case, we're just going to save the draft and we're going to go back to email newsletters just to see where it is. Over here, you can see, obviously now it's scheduled. It's not scheduled, it's saved as draft, but you need to like schedule it. Those are the other options. Either send it or schedule it. Once you've seen the test email, it's all good. It's good to go. Send it out. So in this case, it will be a test for a day. If we have 1,000 leads, then we'll be sent out to 200 people, 100 here, 100 there. Like it said there in the comment, it's not a perfect science, but they try to keep it as close as possible. So it might deviate a little bit, but in general, it's going to be 100 and 100. I think that's like a fairly decent minimum. The more the better, but that's a fairly decent minimum. How many people you should actually send it to have like a good sample size. But yeah, that's kind of the short version. Definitely utilize this feature, just like the landing page A/B test options as well. Go check those out. And also, if you're actually new to email marketing or you're not quite sure how to make sure that your email open rates are good, or you have low bounce rates, or people don't tag your emails as spam, or how not to sound too salesy, all that good email stuff. There's a guide below in the description, might be in the pinned comment as well. It's on the 13 things I learned from sending my first 200,000 emails with System.io. Yeah, there's like 13 lessons, and just basically kind of show you how to start off on the right foot, or how to fix the mistakes that maybe have been made. You see like low open rates, or maybe there's just like the deliverability is low. You can go out. It's a 20-page guide. It's completely free. Go check it out. And obviously, yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning, like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. If you enjoyed this type of content, I try to release these new feature videos as quickly as possible. So just so you can always stay on top of things. You know what's going on, and you also get hopefully a decent explanation from me. Although it's sometimes a little bit too long, but I try to give as much detail as possible. But yeah, that's it for this one, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye.